Where were you on the night of 25th March 2023 at 8 p.m.?
I was at a supermarket. I was gonna buy some bread home for dinner.
Was anyone with you?
No. I was alone. I needed some air.
Some air? From what?
From everything. Everything was happening too quickly. I needed a break. I shouldn't have left her alone. It was all my fault. She just made us feel better. I should have known.
You said you left after she made you feel better?
I left. And I shouldn't have. If I didn't, I wouldn't have returned to see a pool of blood. It's him. It has to be him. He was always so jealous that we loved Mom more than him. This is exactly why. I swear.
Why do you think he would be jealous?
Why? What do you mean, why? He was always so jealous that we loved Mom more than him. Who is he to think that way anyways?
So, you don't like your father?
Don't like? I hate him. He was never a father. He was never part of our family. And now, I wish he was the one dead instead.
So you think he killed your mother?
I don't just think. I'm sure he did. He was always so angry and abusive. I should have killed him long ago. If only I did, then all of this wouldn't have happened. It's him! Go after him! What else do you want from me?
Joey, sit down. Be cooperative.
Cooperative? What does that bring? Those were her last words to me. Don't blame your father. Maybe if I did blame him, then I wouldn't have returned to see her, lying in her own pool of blood right beside him.
So you saw the scene?
Yes.
What did you see?
Ma, she's dead. She's dead. I should have protected you. I should have been the one to protect you.
You need to tell me more than just that.
Her head, it was bleeding non-stop. I tried to call the ambulance. I called Elijah, and he was rushing back.
So your brother also saw the scene?
Yes, he came with the ambulance.
What about your father?
He was right beside her. He killed her. I'm sure.
Were there any sharp objects?
There were glass pieces on the floor. He must have broke our family portrait.
These cuts, were they also caused by that?
No. But Ma's head, it was filled with these glass pieces. I tried to take them out, but her head, it was bleeding non-stop. I couldn't do anything.
Her head. Was there anything else that could have been a weapon?
His favorite vase. It was also shattered on the floor. And he was unconscious.
So your father...
The ambulance took him. But I think he's acting. Can you just stop wasting my time? If you can't do anything about this, get someone else in here.
Joey, calm down. We are doing our best.
Calm down. My mother is dead.
And if you don't tell us anything, we can't do much.
I told you. Why don't you believe me? It's him. He was never a father. Neither was he a decent human being. All he knows is to beat people up and scold people. People like him shouldn't exist!
So why do you hate your father so much, Joey?
Is this about my grades?
Joey, you're not taking your studies seriously. Look at your papers. Look at your marks.
Yes. Looking.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. Do you not care about your future at all?
Of course I care.
Which university is ever going to want you with a record like this?
I know of some.
Sure. Then keep scoring like this. Sooner or later, nobody's going to want you.
Yeah. Like grades are everything. What about character? What about talent?
Character. Talent.
Yes, talent. Do you know what year we are in? We have evolved, Pa. People don't just care about grades anymore.
Joey, do you seriously think employers care more about how well you can, I don't know, read a comic book than your grades? Let me tell you something then. You're so wrong.
Oh my God, Pa! You just never get it, do you? Grades seriously.
How dare you talk back to me? I am your father. I know what's best for you.
Oh really? Do you?
Yes. Look at your brother. He's so young and already knows the importance of doing well in school.
Elijah.
You should be learning from him.
Your favorite.
What do you say? My favorite? What favorite?
Please! We all know who you like more.
Joey, I don't have a favorite.
And it's Mr. Perfect Boy Elijah.
Joey, I don't...
In fact, why are you even so desperate for me to do well in school? Afraid that I will end up a failure like you?
Say that again?
I'm sure you heard me the first time. I said, are you afraid that I will end up a failure like you?
That's it! You're grounded! You won't listen to me and you disrespect me. Go and reflect what you have done.
Fine. Fine. And just so you know, Mommy would never say this to me. She would have cared for me more.
You're the second child, right? Where were you on 25th March, 2023, 8 p.m.?
Taking a stroll.
And where exactly?
At the park, next to my house, with the playground. I usually like to go there when I'm feeling down.
So I assume you were feeling down that day?
It was a tough night for everyone. I just needed a place to calm down.
Tough night? Can you elaborate?
There was a fight. Maybe we just needed some space between each other in the family.
And is this normal? You know, fights, needing space?
No. But with Joey, we never really know.
Joey? Why do you say so?
She's been keeping things in. I guess she just needed an outlet.
An outlet? So, do you think she caused your mother's death?
No. No way Joey would do that. She loved Mom.
Then who do you think is the suspect?
I don't know. I just know that we were a happy family. I don't know at what point, at what time it all turned downhill. Almost like a boulder that went out of control.
Do you think it could have been your father?
No. Dad would never do anything to hurt us. Not that I know of, anyway.
So how did you find out what happened?
I was on my way back home when I received the call from Joey, and she sounded desperate.
What time was that?
What time? About 7:30? I really don't know.
And what did you do?
I ran back as soon as I could. When I got home, I saw the ambulance.
Go on.
I got inside the house. There were a lot of people. All these crowds. I didn't know what to do. I wish I could do something. I was so useless. Why was I so useless?
What did you see?
I saw him, my father, lying on the floor.
And your mother?
She was in a pool of blood. I didn't understand why this had to happen to our family. It was all so sudden.
Who else was with you?
My sister.
And what was she doing?
She was holding on to Mom's body.
And what were you doing?
I tried to walk towards that, but he was also unconscious. I was in shock. I don't know why this had to happen to us. We were so happy.
Happy? That's not what Joey told me.
No. Joey just had it tough since she was the older daughter. My parents just had higher expectations. But both Mom and Dad were really supportive parents. Both of them really cared for us.
I see. You must be the favorite then.
No. Why do you guys always say that? Why can't you see that we are one happy family?
How was school? Elijah, What's wrong?
No, nothing, Pa. I'm okay.
You know you can always talk to me, right?
I know, Pa, but it's really nothing, really.
Can I take a look? "73? Well done, Elijah. That's A2, isn't it?
Yeah, but
I'm so proud of you. Isn't science your weakest subject? This is a great improvement.
thanks, Pa.
Why? What's wrong? Let's go tell Mommy the good news. We asked her to cook your favorite food.
No,
No? Why?
no, as in, can we please don't tell Mommy?
Why not?
I don't think that she'll be very happy.
Why wouldn't she be? You did so well.
Because A2, it's just not good enough.
Not good enough?
Yeah. I don't want to upset her.
But I doubt she'll be upset.
She will. Mommy always had high expectations of me. And I didn't even get A1 this time.
Elijah.
And I know she wants the best for me. So do I. But maybe I'm not as smart as I thought I was.
No, Elijah. Don't think like this. You know, your mom is really so proud of you.
I wish.
Elijah, you have to stop doubting yourself. All this unnecessary stress too. At this rate, you're gonna get more wrinkles than me. You're doing great, okay? You know, we always tell all your aunties and uncles how lucky we are to have you.
You do?
Yes. And we'll always be proud of you, no matter what.
Really?
Of course. So please, A2 is more than good enough. In fact, A2 is way above good enough. Just keep doing your best. Mommy and Daddy will always have your back.
Thanks, Pa.
Now, let's go get a snack. We tell Mommy the good news after.
Okay.
Andrew Lim, correct?
Yes.
Tell me, how are things with your family?
My family? We are happy. Always have been. Wait, why? What's wrong? Did something happen to my family?
I am the one asking the questions. Continue.
I have 2 children, Joey and Elijah. They are the joy of my life. I'm so proud to be their father.
I see. Tell me more about them.
Well, Joey can be a little bit stubborn sometimes, but trust me, she's a good girl.
Stubborn? How would you say your relationship with her is like then?
Well, Joey doesn't always talk to me. I guess I can be a little bit harsh on her sometimes, but I'm sure she knows it's for her own good. Do you know, last time when she was younger, we had our own special little thing. Every Friday, she'll run into her kitchen, grab a huge bowl of ice cream, head straight to the living room and say, "Papa, Papa, it's time." And can you imagine? Power Rangers! That was her favorite movie. Janice was afraid there was too boyish.
Janice is your wife, correct?
Yes. Janice.
Okay. Tell me more about Elijah.
Well, Elijah is the gentlest child I've ever met in my life. So kind and always trying to solve everyone's problems. And he's so bright too. Top of his class for all of his papers.
Solve problems? Does that mean there are a lot of problems that require solving? Fights, perhaps?
No, not fights, Just petty disagreements between husband and wife, and sometimes with Joey's temper. No, not fights. Never fights. Why fight the people I love? Never.
Andrew?
Sorry, I'm listening.
Tell me about your wife.
Well, my wife, Janice, she's kind, loving, very ambitious, always wanting the best for everyone. Me, the kids, and even herself. Oh, do you know? We used to be high school sweethearts. I chased her for the longest time, and I almost gave
What
up.
would you say your relationship with her is like now?
I mean, we have our own silly arguments, but other than that, everybody says that we are the perfect couple, that we are made for each other. And she makes the best cookies. It's been some time since she made them. I really should ask her about those cookies.
That's enough. Now, where were you on 25th March 2023, 8 p.m.?
8 p.m. I think I was in the bedroom with my wife, talking about something along the lines of, I don't know, graduation, award ceremony, something like that.
What? So you don't remember?
No, I do remember. I was in the bedroom with my wife. Yeah.
That's all? Or are you hiding something?
Hiding? How will I be hiding? Ask my wife, she can be my alibi.
Your wife? And what do you think she's doing right now?
At home? Waiting for me? What am I doing here?
Andrew, drop the act. You know what I'm talking about.
Act? What act? I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you seriously not know what is going on?
No, I don't. What am I doing here?
Andrew Lim, your wife is dead.
No. She's not dead. By now she should be at home preparing dinner already, and she makes the best cookies too.
Andrew, that is not the point. Your wife is dead. Andrew, dead.
Stop lying. How can she be dead? She was literally just with me a moment ago. You know what? Just let me grab my phone.
Andrew, sit down. Your wife was found murdered last night. She was proclaimed dead when the ambulance arrived.
Stop
you
lying.
are right next to her. And as of right now,
Stop
you
lying.
are our top suspect.
Suspect? Me? What rubbish? Just let me go and grab my phone. I'll prove it to
Andrew,
you.
sit down. If you do not cooperate, I will not hesitate to call in for reinforcement. Sit down because we are not finished.
Not finished. Not finished. Maybe you're not finished, but I'm done. I'm done with all these silly questions. I'm going back to my family.
Look what I made. Your favorite chocolate brownies.
Oh my god. Thanks, Mom.
Brownies again?
What do you mean, brownies again? Do you not like the brownies I make? Are they that terrible?
No, but I thought you said you're gonna make cookies today or something.
Well, I did, but since Joey and Elijah love my brownies so much, I decided to make brownies instead.
I mean, your brownies are great, but I just thought that we could try something different.
Don't worry, Mommy. We all love the brownies you make. Right, Elijah?
Of course, Mum. We love everything that you make.
Thank you.
By the way, the crust is so crispy.
I think it's very
This weekend, you know, do you want to go on a picnic or something?
So that you would be able to
It's so
taste the
fudgy.
chocolate.
Elijah likes crispies.
Yes, and you
Yeah.
like
Are you all free during the weekend?
Exactly.
You know, do you want to go on a picnic or something? It's been some time since we went on one, right?
This weekend might be tough, my dear. The kids want to buy things at the mall, and I'll be bringing them there. You could join us, but I know you don't really like that kind of thing, so it's fine.
No, I could go and grab some.
Kids, what do you want to get from the mall anyways?
Oh, I need some school supplies.
Yeah, I think I need some new school uniforms also.
Okay, we'll get that.
What about the holidays? You know, do you all have anywhere you all want to go? I still have some leaves I can take. You know, we could go there.
Not really. I'll be quite busy in school.
Yeah, me too.
Oh. Busy with what? CCA?
Yeah, I have to prepare for the upcoming school carnival.
Same. I have a school project.
Oh. That must be stressful.
Not really.
Well, a little bit. But I guess my teammates and I can manage the workload.
That's great, you know. Just remember to rest well, yeah?
Kids, let's finish this up. It's getting cold already. You know, today I used a new recipe that calls for a new cocoa powder, and it makes the dough so much more fragrant.
Yeah, maybe I should use your recipe for the school carnival.
Yes, that sounds good. Do you need my help for the carnival?
No thanks, Mum. I think my friends and I can manage.
Okay, but if you ever need anything, you know I'm here for you, right? When does your project end, Joey?
Soon. By the end of next month, I should be done.
Well, since Dad says he's free also, maybe we can go for a trip then?
Yep, sure. Sounds great.
Did you like the brownies, darling?
The first child, the first person at the scene, and a supposed witness. You claim to be at the supermarket that night. And according to what you said, you were only a witness to this tragedy. Now, the majority of first witnesses are usually a part of the crime. But you were so devastated during the interrogation. How can you be so sad if you were the one who killed your mother? Was it all an act? An act to throw me off? Oh, but everyone shared about how much you loved your mom. Your family and your friends. They all say that you're a person who expresses what you feel. And there were many pictures of you and your mom in your room. There's no way that such an act could have been built up so fast. Not within the time that forensics had provided. And besides, I don't think you can be such a genius to be able to plan all of that. Can you? There's something interesting about your perspective on this perfect family. Your brother, your father, even your mother's friends, they all seem to live in a different family from you. That's right. Your family isn't happy. In fact, you have an immense hatred towards your father. To you, he is the problem of the family. All the anecdotes that you've shared, they all point to him being a threat to your family peace. So, if you weren't acting, then your anger is not unfounded. And your brother also pointed out that you have been keeping things in. Keeping things in. Are those the things that drove you to kill your mother? A sudden realization that she doesn't love you anymore? Or is it a contest? A rivalry between siblings? Jealousy is always a reason to kill. Oh, but why? Why would you kill your mother? Unless... No, it can't be. Even if you were to kill someone, it would be anyone but your loving mother. I can't conclude anything from this. The introvert, the people pleaser, the most unseeming, innocent second child. Could it be you? Unlike your sister, you're the good son, everyone's favorite, A-star student. Your family loves you, your sister admires you, even your friends say that you're the best groupmate to work with. Isn't this a little too perfect? Your perfection, doesn't it make you feel like you're not needed? Doesn't it trigger you? Don't you feel forgotten, ignored, invisible? You yearn for attention, don't you? Is killing your way of fighting back? But it can't be. CCTV evidence showed that you weren't lying when you said you were not in. You left far too late to make the murder happen and came back far too late for you to make it happen before your sister arrived. Wait. This is interesting. You and your sister have very different stances towards your father. The father, of course, he must be the key to this mystery. Oh, what are you not telling me, Andrew? What is this pretense that you've got going on? Those tears, were they real? Or were they just a product of your admirable acting skills? Loss of memory, anger management issues? Or was it all just an act? How can I crack this code? Think back. What did he say? What did he say? You love your family, right? Or were you just painting that beautiful picture for us to believe you? What are you hiding, Andrew? I've been in this job for 12 years. 12 years! Tons of cases solved in just one night. But you are a mystery. Your fingerprints were found everywhere. The family picture, the flower vase, the floor mat, even your wife's face. You were right beside her. Everything is pointing to a clear-cut murder, just like what Joey says. Thought out, anger, hatred towards a family that you didn't belong in. So why? Why was your statement such a mismatch? Do you really not remember anything? It can't be. You are definitely not innocent. So, Joey wasn't lying? She only came back at 8:30 p.m. and forensics nailed down the time of murder at 8 p.m. You're right. Joey can't be killing anyone who was dead by the time she arrived. All the proofs are against you, Andrew. Your little act can't fool me, and I will put you where you belong.
Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, we will now be having a 10-minute intermission. Please be reminded to return back to the show promptly. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, thank you for joining us here once again. We'll be starting the show in 3 minutes. You are reminded to stay seated throughout the show and to switch your flashlight and ringtone on. If you do require any help, look for our stage hands on the right and left. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, we'll be starting the show now. Please be reminded to stay seated throughout the show and switch your flashlight and ringtone off.
Ready for school?
Yes, almost. Okay, we're good to go.
Remember, study hard, have fun, but don't play too much, yeah?
Wait, let's take a family picture first.
Ma, Do we really have to?
Yes, it's your first day of school and I want to send it to all my friends and your grandparents.
But I look so bad.
No, my dear, you don't.
This skirt is so ugly.
Joey, it's just one picture.
Mummy, I want to take a picture. I love my new uniform.
Thank you, Elijah. Darling, can you go grab the camera for us?
Sure.
Let's go sit here. Elijah?
Oh, starting without me?
Of course not. This is just for, phone wallpapers and stuff. Okay, come kids, let's do this.
Come, Pa. I want you to stand next to me.
Oh, well, I was thinking that maybe you could take one of just me and the kids first.
Just you and the kids?
Yes, it's just that our outfits are matching and it will look adorable.
But I thought the whole point was to take a family photo together.
Yes, and we will, after this. Come on now, Andrew. We don't have all day now, do we? Some of us have important meetings to attend to.
What does that mean?
My God, Pa. Can you just do what she wants? Please?
Fine, fine.
Loosen up, Joey. Okay, kids, say cheese.
Cheese.
Let me go take a look. Elijah, your face looks a bit funny. No more sticking out your tongue. One more, darling.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it looks better this time. Let me just set a self-timer so that I can join in. Okay, 5 seconds, everybody. Get in position. Oh, it's a little bit blurry. Let's just take another one.
Darling, can we do this another time? If we don't leave now, the kids will be late for school.
But you only take another second.
Yeah, Mummy, and there's still 30 minutes left before school starts.
No, you know how it's like with the morning traffic. If we don't leave now, the kids will be late on their first day. It's the entire reason why we woke up early this morning.
Mama.
No, Joey, go help your brother with his shoes.
Janice, we haven't taken a family photo in forever and it'll just take another second.
Darling, you know I have an important meeting with a client this morning. And I can't afford to be late to it because of a silly picture, okay? Kids, let's get going.
Bye, Pa.
Bye, Dad.
Silly picture.
Darling, look at Joey's grades for this semester. They're so bad. Did she even study at all?
I'm sure she's trying her best.
If this is her best, then I'm really worried for her.
Don't be. You know how she's like. She does well in the things she has interest in.
And what about the things that she is not interested in? Just give up and fail?
Look, darling, last time was a D, remember? At least now it's a C+.
A C plus is not that much different than a D, Andrew. I just want her to do well. It's not such a big problem.
No, but I think we shouldn't stress her out too much. Her talents are in the arts, not academics.
So what? Painting a canvas is not going to get her a bowl of food in the future. Which employer is going to want her with these grades?
That's not what I mean.
You know, it's already embarrassing enough that she went to poly. The least that she could do is to study better.
Wait, what's wrong with Polly?
You know, I met Mrs. Tham the other day at the market with her 2 daughters. And they're both in RI. And I've never been more embarrassed in my life before.
Embarrassed? Why?
What do you mean, why, Andrew? Are you listening to me? What am I supposed to say when they ask me, how's Joey doing?
That she's doing great?
That is not doing great, Andrew. I do not wish to become the laughing stock at office.
Janice, we should be proud of her, my dear. We shouldn't be so selfish.
Me? Selfish. Forget it, Andrew. You're never gonna get it. You know, you should... Andrew! Are you listening to me at all? You need to go out there and tell her to do better.
Why me? I think she's doing perfectly fine and she's improving and that's all that matters.
That is not all that matters. If you don't tell her to improve, it's gonna be too late, Andrew. Too late. And I can never scold them because I'm always so nice to them. And she will never take my words seriously.
Janice, come on. Your words have more weight than mine does. Plus, they love and adore you so much. And these opinions about Joey are all yours.
Andrew, you're the man. It's your responsibility to ensure that our kids have a successful future.
But you are the one
Please just go out there and tell her what we discussed.
Janice, you're the one who is mad at her. You do it.
Honey, there is always a good cop and a bad cop. I am the good cop for this family. So you need to take on a more disciplinary role and be the bad cop.
But dear,
Andrew, please just man up.
Janice, it's been such a long and tiring day for me. Can't we just deal with this tomorrow instead? I'm really so tired. I don't have the energy to do this now.
So, this is how you show that you love me. I ask you to do one simple thing. You can't even do that for me. I guess this is what
Okay, fine. Fine. I'll go.
Is this about my grades?
Joey, you're not taking your studies seriously. Look at your papers. Look at your marks.
Yes. Looking.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. Do you not care about your future at all?
Of course I care.
Which university is ever going to want you with a record like this?
I know of some.
Sure. Then keep scoring like this. Sooner or later, nobody's gonna want you.
Yeah. Like grades are everything. What about character? What about talent?
Character. Talent.
Yes. Talent. Do you know what year we are in now? We have evolved, Pa. People don't just care about grades anymore.
Joey, do you seriously think employers care more about how well you can read a comic book than your grades? Let me tell you something then. You're so wrong!
Oh my God, Pa! You just never get it, do you? Grades seriously
How dare you talk back to me? I am your father! I know what's best for you!
Oh, really? Do you?
Yes! And look at your brother. He's so young and already knows the importance of doing well in school.
Elijah,
You should be learning from him.
your favorite.
What do you say? My favorite? What favorite?
Please! We all know who you like more.
Joey, I don't
And
have
it's Mr. Perfect Boy, Elijah!
Joey, I
In
don't
fact, why are you even so desperate for me to do well in school? Afraid that I will end up a failure like you?
Say that again?
I'm sure you heard me the first time. I said, are you afraid that I will end up a failure like you?
You're grounded. You won't listen to me and you disrespect me. Go and reflect on what you have done!
Fine. Fine! And just so you know, Mommy would never say this to me. She would have cared for me more.
See, I knew you could do it. You always had it in you. I just hope she listens to what you had to say.
Smells great. What are you cooking?
Oh, there you are. Was looking for you just now. Taste some of the soup I made.
It's a little bit salty. Add more water, my dear.
Sure.
Is there anything I can help you with?
You can help me cut that up.
Sure.
You know, Elijah's grades are coming out today. I hope he does well.
Yeah, I really hope he gets the grades he wanted. He really worked hard this time.
I'm sure he will. He's my son after all.
Our son, you mean?
Yes, our son. But, you know, he's been doing really well thanks to my efforts. I always pick him up from school, cook him the most nutritious meals, and I'm really glad he's not wasting all my money going for expensive tuitions like his sister Joey. My darling son never fails to meet my expectations.
You know, I'm happy. I really am, but I think sometimes we shouldn't stress them out too much. I still want them to enjoy the process.
Stress them out? Then do you just want me to wait for them to fail and then teach them a lesson?
No, that's not what I mean, but I think sometimes you put too much pressure on them.
Me? The kids have never said that to me before. Where's this coming from? All I want to do is the best for them. So stop trying to protect them, Andrew.
All right. Whatever you say. How was school? Elijah, what's wrong?
Nothing, Pa. It's nothing.
You know, you can always talk to me, right?
I know, Pa, but I'm really fine. It's okay.
Can I take a look? "73? Well done, Elijah. That's A2, isn't it?
Yeah, but...
I'm so proud of you. Isn't science your weakest subject? This is such a great improvement.
Thanks, Pa.
Why? What's wrong? Let's go tell Mommy the good news. We asked her to cook your favorite food.
No.
No? Why?
No, as in... Can we please don't tell Mommy?
Why not?
I don't think that she'll be very happy.
Why wouldn't she be? You did so well.
Yeah, but A2, it just isn't good enough.
Not good enough.
Yeah. I don't want to upset her.
But I doubt she'll be upset.
She will. Mommy always had high expectations of me. And I didn't even get A1 this time.
Elijah.
And I know she wants the best for me. So do I. But
But
maybe I'm just not as smart as I thought I was.
no. Elijah, don't think like this. Your mother is already so proud of you.
I wish.
Son, you have to stop doubting yourself. All this unnecessary stress too. At this rate, you're gonna get more wrinkles than me. You are doing great, okay? You know, we always tell all your aunties and uncles how lucky we are to have you.
You do?
Yes. And we'll always be proud of you, no matter what.
Really?
Of course. So please, A2 is more than good enough. In fact, A2 is way above good enough. Just keep doing your best. Mommy and Daddy will always have your back, okay?
Thanks, Pa.
Now, let's go get a snack. We can tell Mommy the good news after.
Okay.
One is what I expect. You better go tell him to buck up on your little father-son date later on. So, I heard from Joey that you caned her today.
Yeah.
Never thought that you'd be the kind to cane your own children.
She was being rude to me and I had to let her know that she needs to respect her parents.
Still, that is pretty unlike you.
Actually, come to think of it, I should have just talked it out with her instead.
I mean, caning isn't the best way, but we're all parents for the first time. I'm sure she'll understand when she grows up.
Hopefully.
You know, she has been getting really lazy recently. She's coming home late, staying up to do irrelevant things. She needs to buck up.
Let's cut her some slack. It's the holidays now, right? Let her rest.
Holidays aren't meant for resting. They're meant for catching up so that when she starts school, she'll be ahead of everyone else.
You know, I think we should just give them a break.
You know, it is precisely this mentality of a break that Joey thinks it's okay to laze around. Like father, like daughter.
What do you mean? I do push the kids when I see the need to.
But you don't ever see the need to do so. And Elijah, he's been so quiet recently. I wonder what's wrong with him.
Elijah? I think he's just stressed over exams.
Stressed? Over exams? What's there even to be stressed about? You know, I brought him out for lunch the other day with Mrs. Tan and her daughters. He was so quiet the entire time. Not a single word from him. On the other hand, Mrs. Tan's daughters were such pleasant kids to be around.
Janice.
Must be nice having kids like that.
Janice, let's stop comparing our kids. They are both fine.
Not to me. Not by a lot. Joey has so much to improve on.
They are still young. I'm sure they'll learn as they grow. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You always say don't worry, Andrew. When are you ever going to start disciplining them properly?
I do. All the time, but since you have a problem with them, why don't you just tell them instead?
It's important to the both of us, Andrew. I've gone through this so many times. But you just never get it, do you?
Can't you see, Janice? They love you more than me because you keep making me do the dirty work for you.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, Andrew.
But I'm also not the type to be so strict and fierce with my kids.
But I'm already doing so much, Andrew. I cook, I clean, and I feed them when you are doing your work. And this is despite me having my own job. So why can't you just take one burden off my shoulders and do this? Take some initiative, please, Andrew.
Okay. Fine. But just so you know, your words probably have more of an impact than mine does since, you know.
Stop whining, Andrew. That is very cute.
This is fine.
Wow.
Teacher.
What do we have here?
Really nice too.
This is really good.
Why is everybody
Yeah.
dressed so nicely today? Is there some sort of event that I'm not invited to?
Oh, it's Joey's graduation today. Did we not tell you about it?
Is Joey's graduation today? No. No one told me.
Oh, it must have slipped my mind then. But you told me that you had an important meeting today, right? So even if we did tell you, you probably would not have been able to make it.
No, but I could have just rescheduled the meeting.
Don't worry, darling. I was there with Joey today. And you know, she even managed to get a scholarship to go to university. We were just preparing a celebration here at home.
No, but if you had just told me, I could have just taken the day off and rescheduled the meeting. I could have attended today.
You could. You could. But you still weren't there. What's the point of saying all this now, Dad? It's enough.
That's not what I mean.
Then what did you mean? At least Mom came. I only need Mom there anyways. And I know you didn't even want to come since I'm not your favorite child.
Joey, that's not
enough.
true. You know that's not true.
It is. If you truly cared, you would have known that today was my graduation day.
But no one told me.
But you didn't bother asking either. All you care about is your perfect boy, Elijah. And that's okay. I've gotten used to it. So please, just leave me alone on this happy day and let me live for once.
Joey, I'm sure Dad cares about the both of us.
Both of us? No, Elijah. Dad only cares about you. Stop trying to say good things about him.
No, Joey. Dad cares for us. Dad cares for our whole family.
Family? Well, it seems that you are living in an entirely different family from the one I lived in.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Have you not seen how this man has treated me? You have never needed to suffer like I did because you are the prince of this house and I'm basically a walking failure out here according to Dad.
Joey, what are you talking about?
No, you can't say that, Elijah. Not till you've been told by someone your entire life that you are a failure.
Joey, I've never told you that you're a failure.
Joey, all of us care about you.
Care for me? No, Elijah. Not everyone in this house does. And you have no rights to assume so, since you will never suffer like I did and experience the things I've experienced.
Joey,
Joey,
you can't just
please.
leave like that.
Must you seriously come back at a time like this? It's all because of you. Kids!
Joey, please just listen to me. I'm sorry, Joey, just please. I was only trying to make things better. Joey, please. Don't be like this, Joey. Please, just give me a minute, please.
Joey? Elijah? Kids, I know it's been a long and tiring day for all of us. And we're all trying our best. But let's just put whatever happened behind us and enjoy the success we achieved today.
But Dad, you really...
Let's not talk about Dad. Maybe he had a bad day at work and just needed someone to vent his frustration at.
But still, why must it be today out of every other day?
I'm sorry it happened today, Joey. But you know that Mommy loves you very much, right?
I know you do, Mummy, but I'm sure Dad doesn't.
Well, we don't need to talk about such people on such happy occasions. Sometimes there are people in life that we cannot change. And the only thing that we can do is to ensure that they don't affect our happiness. But if you ever need anything, Mummy's always here for you, okay? You too, Elijah. You all right?
Yes, Mom.
You know, siblings are meant to be there for each other, even when no one else is.
Elijah should just stop trying to mediate every situation. Not every situation can be solved. I need a breather.
I was only trying to help.
I know, my dear.
Mom, I think I need some time off too.
We need to talk.
It's already so late. Must it be today?
See? Here you go again. Always brushing me off. We need to talk about the way we are bringing our children up.
What's wrong with it? I think we're doing fine.
Fine? No. Have you not seen the way they treat me? They keep thinking that I'm trying to start a fight with them because you keep asking me to be the bad cop.
No. No, Andrew. Not this again. I have work early tomorrow, so let's just move on.
Nobody's sleeping until we get this straight. Do you think I'm not tired? So please, Janice, can we start disciplining them equally already?
Equally? What do you mean, equally? Are we not sharing this disciplinary role equally already?
Really? That's what you think? You never ever scold them, but most of the time, it's you who has a problem with them. So now I've become the bad cop. We just sit there and do nothing.
It's because you're the man, Andrew. It's your responsibility. I've told you this time and time again. There's always a good cop and a bad cop. Mothers are the good cops and dads are the bad cops. What's important is that we both want the best for them.
But why do I have to be the bad cop? And they don't seem to understand that I also just want the best for them. All they think is, oh, daddy wants to pick a fight with me, oh, daddy wants to argue with me, oh, daddy has a problem
No,
with...
Andrew. I'm sure they know that we both want the best for them. Stop overthinking.
I'm not overthinking. Look at what happened today. You didn't even tell me about Joey's graduation. Nobody did. And when she found out, you just kept quiet. When it's your mistake.
My mistake? I already said it slipped my mind. You know how busy I've been with work recently? Do you even know how hard it is to be the breadwinner? And it's your responsibility to ask Joey about these sort of things. Because that's what I did.
Sleep your mind. My responsibility? Janice, please. Can't you see? Because of you, because of all this, he don't even love me anymore.
Stop exaggerating, Andrew.
I love them so much and I'm trying so hard, but I'm doing the best I can.
Stop being so embarrassing.
I love them so much.
Don't forget your duties as a
I'm
father.
a father and they don't even love me
it's easier for you to
anymore.
scold them because on some levels...
What? On some levels, what?
Well, on some levels, they already dislike you. If I start disciplining them now, it will ruin the dynamics of the whole family, Andrew.
Janice, are you even hearing yourself?
You've seen me with the kids. They don't listen to me, and they won't, because I'm always so nice to them. They don't take my words to heart.
Janice, stop making excuses!
I'm not! I'm just stating facts, Andrew.
Janice, you know how much I love them, right? So please, can't everything just go back to how it was in the beginning? Stop making me look like I'm the bad person.
Maybe you are the bad person. You always come home late from work. You never ever spend enough time with them.
I'm trying my best, Janice. I'm trying my best so that we can all live a better life. I'm trying my best already. No! 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 Where am I? Where am I?
Your Honor, on the 25th of March, 2023, Janice Lee was found dead in her home,
Janice?
and Andrew Lim was found beside her.
Janice?
Through a series of interrogations with
Janice?
Mr. Lim and other witnesses, I based my accusations that Mr. Andrew Lim, the prime suspect of this case, is the murderer.
What? Murder?
Prosecutor, please continue to elaborate on your case.
Me?
The first piece of evidence is that Mr. Lim was found right beside his dead wife at the crime scene. The police have gone through multiple interrogations and assessment of CCTVs to confirm the footsteps of Mr. Lim. As such, it is conclusive that Mr. Lim does not have any witnesses for his presence.
Objection. That does not mean my client caused the crime. He could have been knocked unconscious. In fact, Joey, Their daughter came back early enough.
Joey. Joey.
Sustained. Prosecution,
Joey.
please provide more ascertainable evidence.
Of course, Your Honor. Based on the evidence that we collected from the crime scene, we have confirmed that Mr. Lim's fingerprints were not found by coincidence. It was an elaborate movement from the tabletop to the vase and eventually hitting his wife on her forehead.
Oh.
The reenactment of the scene was done at the forensics
Janice.
department, and we have ascertained that only Mr. Lim's strength could have wielded such a deadly blow.
Objection.
Janice.
The fingerprints were found in his bedroom. They should not be held against him.
Overruled. The prosecution has provided substantiation for the use of the stated evidence.
Additionally, Your Honor, we have identified a clear motive and have established that Mr. Lim does in fact have a reason to cause the death of his wife.
No.
Mr. Lim hated his wife. He had always been jealous of the love that his wife received from their children.
Oh.
This, Your Honor,
Janice.
is a crime of jealousy.
Objection. Your Honor, Mr. Lim is obviously in
Janice.
disarray. I plead
Janice.
for your sympathy and to let him speak for himself. Clearly, he is incapable of murdering his wife in cold blood.
Janice.
Sustained. Andrew Lim, do you have anything to say?
Janice.
Andrew Lim, do you know where you're
I
at?
love you so much, Janice.
I hereby claim that Andrew Lim is unfit for court. Defendant and prosecution, please proceed with your closing statements.
Janice.
Your Honor, members of the jury, the evidence shown today is not enough to prove that Mr. Lim had the intention to murder his wife. It could have happened out of accident, given his unstable mental state at that point in time. I plead for your sympathy to look at the man on the stand himself, Andrew, and to reconsider this.
Your Honor, and all of jury, the prosecution demands that the accused, Mr. Andrew Lim, should be punished for his atrocities. His violence towards his wife was one that was thoroughly planned, conspired, and delivered. His insanity is an after act, and I believe that Mr. Lim should be charged. Members of the jury, I ask for you to consider this case. Give justice to the now deceased Janice Lee. Mr. Andrew Lim should receive the punishment he deserves.
Thank you, prosecution and defendant. Members of the jury, I now ask of you to raise your hands with the light stick given to you if you agree that Mr. Andrew Lim is not guilty of murder. Audience, we would like you to be our jury for today. Please break your light sticks now and raise it up if you think that Mr. Andrew Lim is innocent. Case closed. Mr. Andrew Lim will still be sentenced to 20 years for the cause of an accidental death.
We know, Pa. We know. It's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, we have now come to the end of the show. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience, and we would like to invite our team out. Presenting to you first, our cast of Ménage with our stage manager, Swati. Next, we present to you our steady stagehands, Jamie, our props manager, and her team. Following props, we present to you our amazing cameraman and his team, Shlomo, and our pups team. Say cheese! Next up, we would like to extend our special thanks to our money man, Feng Qihao Ken, and our welfare manager, Joshua, for taking such a good care of our team.
Next, we present to you our storytellers that made this story happen. Our directors, Faith, Yixuan, and Timmie. Also, another MVP of our show, presenting to you the producers, Ram and Lloyd of Ménage 2023.
We would also like to thank our music and lights team, our box managers Hee Hao and his team for working up till now. Last but definitely not the least, we would like to thank all of you for being such a participative and great audience. This show wouldn't have happened without all of your support. Thank you to everyone, once again presenting to you After Hours 2023 Ménage. We will now be having a short Q&A session, so please do remain seated as we would like to receive your feedback and also share with you more about our show. Box, can we get house lights?
Wait.
All right. Thank you so much for being such a great audience. Together with me, I have Yee Khiam playing father, Jyotsna playing mother, Gladys playing interrogator, and our two other directors. Okay, we would like to open up to the floor. Does anyone have any question for us about the show or anything at all? Where are the kids? Kids, do you want to come out? Kids! Any questions you have for the cast? Okay, I will ask the questions then. All right, team. What was your biggest challenge that you have faced throughout this production? Anyone can take my mic. Please take it away.
Maybe I'll start. I mean, the biggest challenge definitely is time. I think as students, right, I think we have a lot of commitments and yeah, time is definitely a big issue, juggling academics with other commitments and of course after hours, right? So yeah, time is definitely one of the biggest issues that I faced during the production.
I think for me, like same time too, but like to add on, I think it's showing like the stark contrast, because like with the kids I need to be like, oh mommy, but then with dad I'm like, helicopter parent vibe. So I need to like hide it from the kids. So I think that's what I found most challenging.
I think for me, like, other than the giant chunk of lines I have for the monologue, but I think one of the hardest thing for me was because I've always been like very used to playing characters that have like a lot of emotions, and like, so this time to actually play a character that is supposed to be very firm, very stern, and like not show emotions, that was different and difficult for me lah. Yeah.
Faith? Okay, I think for the director's side, it was mainly the writing of the story. As I said in the afternoon session, it was very difficult. Like, we all knew we wanted a crime, like murder mystery story, but we were trying to find a story that was original, and the ending was difficult because we had to find a good enough reason to push father off the cliff such that he goes to the point to want to kill mom, or rather accidentally kill mom, up to your interpretation.
I think for me it was writing the script. I mean, we keep changing the script, changing the plot. It took a long time for us to see what's perfect, and the script changes almost every day, even up until now.
I'm just gonna add one thing. I want to say kudos to our team, because really we didn't get a location until yesterday. Everything was done within one day. Can we give them another round of applause? Okay, second question. Anyone from the floor? Yes.
Yes, Yixuan, what would you like to ask?
Yeah, I'm just curious, would the kids ever find out how the mother was like, actually? Yeah, this is a question for the script writers. Yeah, will the kids ever find out how their mother was really acting? Because
Through the court hearing, they will.
what?
Was that your question?
Yes?
Through the court hearing, yeah.
Oh,
I suppose they will find out once father is out of the trance, and when he gets hospitalized, and then you'll start realizing that actually they are not that true, but maybe not entirely, because ultimately that's the question that we pose to you guys. Do you think that the father is actually murdering or not?
Anyone else?
Oh, one more there.
Hey, can you just take the mic? I don't need it anymore. Just ask it.
So what inspired you to make this story?
Thank you, Irene. So what inspired us to write this story? Would you like to share? So I mean, number one is because we all had a joint love for murder mystery. Also because we had some shared experiences with our cast, and we heard stories from our family members who had traumatic experiences, and that's what inspired us. Yeah.
And I think we also wanted to show that people could understand that things are beyond what they see. So we wanted audiences to leave knowing that maybe some things are not what it seems on the surface. So before you make a judgment or something next time, just think a little deeper.
And can I add, always love your family members.
Love. Any more questions from the floor? We love you, audience. During the afternoon show, no one dared to ask us anything.
Okay, this is a question to the cast. What was your favorite scene to act for each of y'all?
I think my favorite scene was definitely the photo taking. I think that was also my favorite line and the most memorable line of mine that I've ever said.
Get into it.
Mommy, I want to take a picture. I love my new uniform.
I mean, for me, the favorite scene to act was, I had one scene, so it doesn't count. But my favorite scene overall probably would be the Act 1 last scene, Gladys' monologue, because I think that's quite cool and impressive. Thank you, Gladys.
I like the scene when I was scolding my father or like quarreling with him. Like a lot of pent up anger released.
I guess my favorite scene is the one where I interrogate the father and I find out that this man is delusional and has not know anything at all. And yeah, that was kind of cool.
I think for me would be the scene where I die. I think just like the entire like theatrics of like dying. I enjoyed it.
And I enjoyed killing her as well. I think hands down, that was my favorite scene.
Can I just say, this is like a real attempted murder. Like, he has so much pent-up rage that I've been hit multiple times during rehearsals.
Hey. That's why this is fake, right? There's a reason why, right? So that I can hit out. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite scene, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up now, and I wanted to pass the mic to our producers, men of the hour. Last words, please.
I think for us, really thank you to everyone who come down, all 106 of you who actually come down to support our hall production. And special props to definitely the box and the props team who managed to figure out everything in one day. Just one day, they literally got it yesterday at 12 p.m. Thank you.
I think for me, like what Timmie and Lloyd has mentioned, essentially we had one day to figure out all the systems, figure out the stage markings and things like that. And the fact that the cast were able to rehearse, have one full rehearsal and pull off such a good show, I think it's really a great thing. Yeah, and really thank you to the audience for reacting to all the things that happened. I think it was entertaining for me from behind also. So thank you, audience. And thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone for being with us tonight. For some of us, it's really our last show. Me, sad. Anyway, I would like to invite everyone out. Join us. We'll open up the stage. Please take photos, do whatever you want. We'll put the poster up as well. We have this place until 9:30, then we need to move out, okay? I will give another announcement later. So please, we will on the house lights for you to take photos, okay?